Hey guys, today we're playing strategy game Mind Over Mushroom as requested by Patreon subscriber Knob. Do I need to change anything before I hop in? Probably not. Conspicuous friendly fire warning. Okay. Just curious about that. Like what that means. So I'm like, let's just go ahead and Sure, let's turn it on. Boop. Months ago, several members of the local Explorers Society embarked on an ambitious expedition. Do I click? Their aim was to find the ruins of an ancient lost city, thought by most to be nothing but myth. They ventured past the mountains and deep into the unknown lands to the north. Much time passed, and the date of their expected return came and went, but with no trace of any of the expedition's 4 members. Soon after, however, strange things started to happen. Clusters of peculiar mushrooms began sprouting up around many villages. The mushrooms were a curiosity at first, but that curiosity soon turned to concern as the people living nearby began behaving strangely. They become reclusive and were reluctant to talk to outsiders. The cordyceps fungus, so begins The Last of Us. Concern then became horror as these people turned violent and began attacking those who had not yet come into contact with the mushrooms. So I was right. I was 100% right. It was soon discovered that the strange mushrooms which had appeared so suddenly were in fact also growing in the brains of these people. That can't be comfortable. The growth inside your brain. The mushrooms continued to spread, and with it the fungus-induced madness. Before long, those still unaffected were forced into fighting an outright war for their very survival. As the survivors' numbers dwindled, it became clear they were doomed to certain defeat. No one knew how or why these terrible events had come to pass, except that the mushrooms were ultimately to blame. You don't know how or why? Didn't we just get over that? Their only clue was that the fungus had first been sighted near the mountains and spread southward from there. I guess they mean they don't know the origin, although they do know the origin. They know how, which is that the mushrooms did it. They know why, because the spores spread and people infect them, and they even know where it's from. They know the origin point. They agreed that their only hope for stopping the fungus was to eradicate it at its source, wherever that might be. It's in the... Read the previous subtitle, it's over there. And so, the hardiest of the survivors set off to do just that, an unlikely undertaking at best, but the only option they had. I think these messages, half the questions were answered by the previous message in this sequence. Is this Memento, where our character forgets and it's all in backwards? You have been chosen to lead this endeavor. I'm totally thinking of a Memento, where like the guy forgets everything about his life, like every few seconds, basically, and the whole movie's in reverse. What name will you call yourselves? Free Minds. Micro Mercy. Esoteric Willows. Corrupt Values. That's a distressing thing to call. The only Squeamish Rewards. Fateful Jellyfish, obviously. Did it work? Oh, there we go. Alright, Fateful Jellyfish, how we doing? There are spores up there. This looks like it's the world map. Does WASD move? Yes, it does. Okay. So we got a fossil zone, we got the mushroom zone, we got desert, we got forest with the Doctor Seuss tentacle. Various other regions. Oh, hi. That must be the level. And the ocean. What do we got over here? Those are my 3 available characters. I have no points to spend making them have more health or +1 meter, which I assume is their movement distance. Okay. Let's click on this spot, huh? Defeat all enemies. 0 out of 6 characters placed. Can I have more than one of each of these, I wonder? So these are the enemies. Enemy mage, enemy guard, enemy fighter. They have 5, which is not great news for me. Okay, so. Fighters have 150 health, 9 movement range. These attacks. 28 damage, sword attack, power slash does 35 damage. But reduces your own damage by 50% for 1 turn because you get exhausted. Defend. Reduce incoming damage, but also reduce your movement range. Movement's all over the place. Fighters a 9, guards an 8, mages a 6. So mages are slow and have 1/3 of the health of a fighter. A guard has even more. They have fireball, 35 damage at range, comparable to, yeah, that's as much as a power slash. Reduces your own damage by 15% for 3 turns. Huh. So you kind of exhaust yourself with certain attacks, basically. Yeah. So the more you're spamming attacks, the weaker you get. 20 to 30 to 45 damage. So do you want consistent damage or variable damage? That's a risk reward where you mostly lose, it looks like. You gain 10 max damage, but you lose 15 minimum damage. So your average damage would actually be lower with lightning bolt. But maybe you'll get lucky. That's the same brain space that gets people to think that the lottery is a good idea. Blast. It's an AoE attack, 25 damage. Also makes you same amount of weaker as always. Static discharge, also an AoE attack, but once again with a damage range. There might be elemental weaknesses to justify going between these 2 elements. Let's see, 25. So -7. Yeah, so in both cases the minimum damage goes further down than the max damage goes up. +5 max damage, -7 minimum damage. So for consistency, Fireball is the way to go. The risk reward is stacked against you otherwise. So the guard's probably the tank character, right? Spear does 25 damage, which is less than the sword slash. Fortify. So Fortify is like Defend, but just a bit stronger. They both have a defense move. Human Shield. Reduces the amount of damage taken by an ally significantly. Huh. So at a 2-meter range, you can make somebody else take 90% less damage. Basically, you're nullifying their damage, but you take almost double damage. Which is especially brutal if they decide to attack you instead. Which is the smart thing to do if somebody tries to use Human Shield. I'll keep that in mind. Apprehend. Just cause a bit of damage and then just make somebody not be able to run around anymore. Okay, so I guess I'll put some guards up front. This looks like it's the summoning circle. It does appear that you can just put as many guys down as you want. And there does not seem to be any kind of grid. As far as I could tell, the only person with an AoE attack is the mage, so nobody can, like, blow us all up right now, because the only mage is way back there. So these guys are going to be in trouble. Looks like you can reorder their order here. I'll avoid that. It's Ulo's turn. They all have names. Ulo Ahos, Sup, Ratkol, Ekukuo, and Kovsit versus Putina, Isopip, Gloplava, Isa, and Kunepi. Easy names, obviously. So his turn's next. He's labeled as next. Gotcha. Do I click the move? But yeah. So click move first. I don't see any kind of indication of like an attack of opportunity or anything. Oh, that's the skip your turn button. Great. That button skips your turn. That's not how you like get to your abilities or anything. That's where your abilities are. I thought that would be like normal attack. Now I know that I did a stupid. Okay. I can probably just spear him right now, right? Hope he'll walk over. It'll actually take a fair number of hits to actually take him out. Might as well power slash him. There won't be anybody else around to fight once he's dead. At least not for the turn it takes to regenerate. So I guess the reason I'd want to change the order of my characters is probably change their turn order. I just thought I was rearranging them in their health bars, but I think it was actually going to affect their initiative order, which could be significant right about now. Hello, die please. It looks like using an attack ends your turn. Let's play with that lightning bolt. He should die regardless, right? Yeah. Ba-boom. Let's let them come to me. I should group up my tank characters a bit. Try to be ready for them. Certainly feels like a lot of characters to have at once. Kind of just got plopped on opposite sides of an arena. I'll get out front and defend. Come get me, buddy. Interesting. It says 12-meter range, but when I used lightning bolt, my character ran up to him and like meleeed him with it. Maybe it was line of sight because there was too many allies around. That could be it. Let's see if I have the range to attack with this now. Aha! Ranged strike. Ah, the mage decided to join the battle. He'll be here in approximately 6 turns or something like that. He's gonna take an absolute eternity to show up. Interesting choice he made there. It looks like you're allowed to move around infinitely within the circle of where you started, as much as you want. So you can keep trying again if you misclicked or something. But then the moment you do an action, you're done. That AoE is not big enough. Time to punish. They've both got damage reductions now. They're about, what, negative 30? Should be. Hello, friend. Fortify can significantly reduce my incoming damage. Whoa. Fortify can be used on somebody else. I didn't realize that. And so can Human Shield. Huh. I mean, this already reduces their damage incoming by more than half. Whereas this one... I wonder why I'd use that necessarily, because this one... It does 30% more damage reduction, yes, but it makes you incredibly vulnerable. It seems a little concerning. Can I even use Fortify on myself? I can. I wasn't sure. Given that it turned out that you can cast it on people. You know what? Yeah. I'll just Fortify up in front of you guys. Let's see if the AI actually takes the bait. Because if the AI doesn't attack them and just walks around them, then their viability as tanks might be called into question as a result. Is his movement range getting smaller? Oh, right, he used the defense move last turn, so he's stuck in that mode. How's this guy feeling now? He has 87, so he'll take a bit to take down. Oh, they're hitting the warriors. So yeah, they're just ignoring the guards. So I guess, yeah, the guards will just want to try to cast their defensive upgrades on the people that they think will get hit. We appear to be being pursued, sir. And that's not good. 24 damage. Not great. They're getting weaker every turn. Now they're doing like half damage. This guy is durable. I'm focusing him. I attacked him with the majority of my entire party, and he's still sitting through this. 25 damage, it won't kill him. Let's attack him with let's attack somebody that I can use this on long term. I think I'll hit this guy with something that'll one-shot him instead. Should probably space out a little bit. I wish that my team, and I know that they're supposed to be mind-controlled people that were once our people, so we wouldn't necessarily look different. But I kind of do wish that they just looked different. Just because, like, that is an enemy, and that is an ally, and it just, the screen looks like noise. Like, these are two of my guys and one of his guy, and it's the same guy repeating. Like, even if they want to use the exact same unit model, they could at least recolor it so that I can see more clearly that something is an enemy. I'm thinking he can't reach. Oh, he can reach me. Well, I was hoping he would not be able to reach me. That did not work out. Yeah, because he can move way further. This is the one that has reduced damage, so he shouldn't really be attacking this turn anyway. So let's just get him over here. That explains why I got mixed up. It's because defend also defend is also a skill that applies specifically to you. Stop it. 28, actually the big hit. Alright. Let's move behind him. Just so that'll be a little closer to getting towards the mage next turn. I feel like I'm learning stuff about what makes a good strategy game with this kind of as contrast, which is a dick thing to say, but it's kind of where I am right now. So I'm thinking about like, I guess that's why many strategy games use a grid or a hex or something, where each guy occupies a square, which means you can meaningfully like put one guy here, and now you're blocking this bridge and put a ranged people behind them, and people can use other moves that push them back, and you know, space matters. Whereas right now, everybody can infinitely walk around any amount they want, which means I can't set up a reasonable like battlefront that blocks the enemy's approach. So it's kind of just a giant swarm of people just hitting each other, whoever they can reach. And like I have some defensive skills, but because I can't control, I can't seem to meaningfully use it to control the behavior of my opponent, their utility is somewhat diminished. Like I can't taunt somebody or anything like that. Apprehend that man. No. Now you can't move. Haha. As much. Yeah, see, he just walks past my guy. Because this game doesn't even have the attack of opportunity thing where like somebody will attack something that's walking past them. So you just can, like, I can't be like, there's no way to make this guy defend this guy necessarily. The best you can do is that, no, he can't even use the buff because only the guards can do that. Huh. It just feels really odd. Anyway, die. This music, by the way, is also just not battle music. This will do very little damage because I've already done that to myself. Yep. I'm suffering the effects of a previous power attack. I don't want to run towards him because then he'll just come after me. So it's best to kind of go off this way. Meanwhile, though, this character's attacked so many times that he's just not very strong anymore. And now this guy can't escape me. Huh. Yeah, mages are in a really rough position because they, after a couple spells, they're stuck at half damage pretty much permanently, unless they just wait around for 3 turns, which isn't really helpful. The game doesn't have mana or anything, so you might as well just spam your attacks and just deal with the fact that now they're not as good anymore. But since you can't very effectively blockade the enemies, the mages can just, once any enemy catches up with a mage, now they're stuck. They can't run away. Because mages run significantly slower than any other character. You've been apprehended, sir. Congratulations. Stabby stab. Yeah, like my... Yep. My poor warrior just couldn't help. Hey, that guy got 2 turns, didn't he? No, he didn't. No. No, I think I did get to hit him in the between, didn't I? Well, that won't do anything. And neither will that. Did I do a power slash last turn? No, it's because I did, no, it's not defend. Huh. I'm not sure if I've played a strategy game where you could do so little, where it was even possible to do so little damage to somebody. We're talking like 14 damage to a guy that has 150, and that's your entire turn. Get out of here. Alright. All the mages are dead. I guess I'll just start poking. At this point I win mainly because I have a unit advantage. Did you just run to that guy and then reduce his movement speed? Why? Why didn't you do the stronger attack? I mean, you're doomed no matter what. There's no winning solution for you right now, but you would think you would at least do the attack that does more damage. I don't think you have to worry about that guy running away from you. He's stronger than you. He's going to defeat you in one-on-one combat. Want to see? How much health do you have? Ba-boom! Alright, now he's weak again, but somebody else will do the final blow, I think. This should definitely be like main menu music or world map music or some kind of not a combat scenario song. Oh, don't actually do enough to kill him. You see a tattered piece of paper laying on the ground, torn on one edge, as if it's been ripped out of a book. Upon closer examination, it appears to be a page torn from someone's journal. The journey begins. Our journey has finally begun. After weeks of preparation, we have finally set off on our expedition to find the ancient lost city. Most of who know of our plans believe this venture to be utter folly, and doubt these ruins even exist. However, I remain convinced that they are out there, waiting to be discovered. The tattered scrolls Wilbur acquired from the unscrupulous merchant in the village have revealed the probable location of the ruins, far to the north, beyond the mountains. Not all of the scrolls have been deciphered yet, but Wilbur will have plenty of time to complete the task on the road. As for me, I will be keeping a log of our expedition in this journal. I look forward to all the wondrous discoveries I will surely be recording here. Cornelius, the expedition leader. One mission down. Turns 40. I feel aged. Yeah, the pacing. It definitely doesn't have that XCOM 2 feel of like high stakes, every turn is high impact, what's gonna happen now? Oh man. It's like the things you can do don't seem to amount to much, so you kind of just end up flailing at people. There's no cover system or like grid system so that you can control space meaningfully. The main thing you can do is your guards can apprehend people to make them move slower, so that's the closest you can do to stop them from getting to your mages, since none of your characters can actually physically block a passageway. Like that giant bridge, I'd have to put all my characters end to end to block the doorway, and that I'm not even entirely sure if that'd work. I don't know. It feels like this is the vague skeleton, like an impression of many strategy games, but based on that first mission, I don't know if I would say this has a lot of promise. I don't know. You're welcome to check it out for yourself, though. Thanks to the developer sending me a code so I could check out their game. Wander off to the Steam link in the description if you would like to take a look at this game for yourself. Thanks for watching like always, guys, and I'll see you next time.